Hello friends, I hope you are doing well. In this video I'll be showing you how to do a temple fade and a neck fade. Let's start by sectioning the top hair. We'll separate the top hair from the side so it doesn't get in the way, allowing us to execute our side fade much more easily. Alright, I'm going to fade the temple and neck areas for you. Because of the temple bone protrusion, we won't bring our bald line up any higher than this, and we'll keep the skin line right around this level. First, we do this with a trimmer, taking care of the beard line as well to establish our clean outline. Now, while the trimmer is still in hand, we set the beard line and then move right into the temple line. Alright, we do this using the corner of the trimmer without rushing, and clean it up using just the corner. Next, we start lining up behind the ear using the corner of the trimmer, as you can see. We line up behind the ear just like this, cleaning it up very gently with the corner of the trimmer. You must make sure that the hair stays in its natural falling position. Do not, under any circumstances, pull the hair downwards with the comb. Alright, I'll clean up the neckline with the trimmer too, which gives me a sharp outline and allows me to execute my fade very easily. Now I'm moving on to blending the temple fade. First, I use a 6mm guard to soften this area, and I do this using a specific hand motion. I perform this with a flick of the finger motion, utilizing only my knuckle joint. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out the rest of my tutorials. Alright, I'm going to blend the fade using a 1.5mm guard. I do this using the tip of the guard, softening the zero line left by the trimmer. If I tilt the back of the clipper higher, meaning I work with the tip of the guard, the zero line will blend out too. I do this with a finger flick motion, then I open the lever to move higher up. I use the corner of my clipper for this. I'm in no rush at all, and I do this with a finger flick motion. Now I start detailing with scissors for spot checking. I do this using this exact motion. I catch any remaining dark spots with the tips of the shears. I use my other hand to control the pressure of the scissors, my non-dominant hand. I do this with patience and care, removing all the existing dark spots. I blend out the dark spots that are sitting in the gray area. Make sure to do this from a good distance away from the client's head. If you are too close, you won't be able to see these spots. Step back a bit, and once you have some distance, you will see the spots clearly. You can even use your phone's camera for this. Through the phone camera, dark spots are much more visible, making your detailing look much cleaner. I'd love for you to like this video, as it helps support our channel and allows our videos to get more reach. Alright, we shave the skin section of our fade with a foil shaver, doing this carefully without applying too much pressure. Next, we clean up our lines even further using a razor, working against the grain of the hair to finish our lineup. And we do the exact same motion behind the ear. You must make sure to use the tip of the razor blade so you don't cut the ear. Alright, let's move on to the neck fade. First, using a 4.5mm guard up to just below the occipital bone, we clear the bulk with a flick out motion, removing the hair and creating our guideline. Once we have completely cleared the bulk and set our guideline, we begin creating the skin area of our fade using the trimmer. We do this carefully, following the rhythm of our guideline. Then, we first soften the zero line of the trimmer using a 0.5mm guard, starting with a flick out motion to blend the lines. Then, with the lever open and a 1.5mm guard, I use a flick out motion to blend it up into the 4.5mm area. I do this step by step, maintaining a consistent hand rhythm with the flick out motion. As you can see, the zero line from my trimmer is visible, so I use the clipper with the lever fully closed to blend it out. 58. Keep in mind that I do this using the corner of the clipper, with my hand pressure completely controlled and light, utilizing a flicking motion. With the lever closed, I completely erase the zero line of my trimmer. I blend out the guideline area of my fade, using the overcomb technique like this. Just as I did on the sides of the head, I begin spot checking and detailing. I detail the dark hairs sitting over the light section of my fade, and then I shave the bottom section of the fade with the foil shaver. Alright, let's move on to styling the hair. I use warm air to style the hair, blow drying it towards the front. The hair is naturally straight, so I'm not flattening it, I'm just shaping it. I use a forward pulling tension to add volume to the hair, puffing it up like this. Next, I use styling powder to add volume and make the hair easier to style. Be careful not to use too much powder volumizer, as it can make the hair greasy and ruin your work. I use a small amount of matte product to separate the hair into sections, blending the styler through the hair like this. I use my fingers to shape the hair, and this can be chosen based on your preference and style. Do this with complete precision. You can also use locking sprays to fix the hair in place. Thank you for watching. I will definitely post more of these tutorials for you, so make sure to follow my channel.